Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode of Post Productions. I am here with my co-host Seamus once again. Say hi.
Yo.
Yes, sir. I know I repeat it a lot, but whatever, fuck. But today is a very special day, very special episode, because today we are talking about Deadpool 3, or what everyone else calls it, Deadpool and Wolverine. We watched it, yes. We watched it like when it first came out, like the first day. Mm-hmm. We haven't had enough time to talk about it because you got sick. And then we wanted to make sure this episode was as good as possible. So we delayed it. We're here, though, now. We're talking about it. And we are just going to give our general thoughts on it. We saw it both twice. Mm-hmm. So it's not like we're just going out of our first reactions. You know, we have the hype cloud in our mind. We're going to give you actual good points. We're not going to give you any of that shit where people are just glazing for no reason.
Exactly.
Even though I'm going to, because I fucking love this movie. As you know, and I might as well say that right now, I love this movie. I really, really had a great time both times I saw the movie. And honestly, like, there's very little I would change.
I respect that.
Yeah. What about you?
That. I'll be honest, I still really enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
But I found the first viewing, I enjoyed it more than I did the second. And I think the first one is kind of just the novelty of, like, all the cameos and the crazy fight scenes and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still very good quality, but I felt it was a little less satisfying on rewatch. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like your first watch is going to be the best experience you'll have with the film.
Oh yeah.
And with 100%. Subsequent viewings, though, it won't be quite as good as that first one. And I mean, I think that's with any sort of thing where it's like lots of surprises and stuff.
Well, and especially in a comic book movie like that, you know.
Totally.
You watch it multiple times, it's going to get, like, not flat, but it's going to get less exciting every time. So
for sure. Especially this movie, cameos galore. There's a ton.
Oh, yeah.
I should ask right now, are we getting into spoilers?
Let's wait.
Let's
wait a little bit. We'll give our general thoughts, and then later we'll like talk about some of our favorite moments, some of the favorite people that show up, because I know I have a lot of them. And then I'm going to make fun of you for not knowing a couple of them.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah. But no, I think we'll start with a non-spoiler review. But I guess we'll start with the action scenes. Because this is probably the best thing. This is my favorite part about the movie, to be honest with you, besides like the crazy cameos, which we can't really talk about because it's, you know, spoiler related anyway. But I think besides that, the action scenes are definitely my favorite part. Like, I don't think they're anything crazy, you know, like in terms of like artistic, like being like super different, you know. I just think they're like really, really solid. Very well done as well. Like, there's a scene close to the beginning of the movie, and it's in the trailers, part of it, but I'm not going to reveal the full part of it. But he's fighting TVA agents in the forest. That was my favorite scene in the whole movie.
Me
like,
too.
That was so good.
What an opener, man!
Oh my god!
And the way the fight scenes are synchronized with music in this, it's just awesome.
Yeah.
I love it so much. Like,
especially when you see it too, because like just hearing that, you're like, oh yeah. But no, you have to see it to fucking believe it.
Yeah.
I would say it's a top 5 like action scene in the MCU in general.
Yeah, like, the opening is so good. It's good. It's instantly iconic.
It's incredible. Like, it was so funny.
There's so many like TikToks about it and YouTube.
Oh my God.
It's all over the place right now, so I'm sure if you spend any amount of time online, you know what we're talking about.
Oh my god,
but
easily.
Great scene. Great fucking scene.
Oh, absolutely. It's fucking amazing, dude. I pray for all the people who haven't seen this movie yet and want to see it. They're probably just like, yeah, I know the whole movie now.
Well, I saw even Ryan Reynolds is like,
yeah,
he's just spoiling everything. He's revealing everything.
All the pictures are coming out of everyone who's in it. Yeah, it's a common thing now. Everyone knows about it. Because it's been out for like, what, 2 weeks?
I think 2 weeks. Usually end of the first week. If you haven't seen it, then you're kind of hooped, unless you're like, I don't know, very diligent in avoiding it, but...
If you're
those
not
damn thumbnails, man.
Oh my god. Can we get a petition to fucking make people stop putting spoilers in thumbnails? Holy shit. Like, I almost got spoiled like 5 times before this movie came out. Just on YouTube alone. I'd just be scrolling and I'd do it like really, really slow, or I'd like be peeking at the next one. And it'd just be like a really grainy image and be like, nope. I wouldn't even know what it was. I would just go,
It's too dangerous, man.
It is too dangerous.
You can't risk it at all.
And then like friggin' X or Twitter, X, whatever the hell, I still call it Twitter. I almost got spoiled there as well. And I was like, you fuckers, you better not do that shit. But I think I'll actually talk about something later that I thought I got spoiled with, but funny enough, I didn't. But we'll get to it later.
Right on.
But no, I think everyone should be avoiding spoilers at all costs if you haven't seen the movie. But I'm going to be honest, probably half of these people listening have probably seen the movie. Like, let's be honest, like, it's breaking records right now.
Yeah, like, isn't it the highest grossing R-rated movie or something?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's, like, I think it's halfway to $1 billion already as well.
It's insane.
Like, it didn't shock me, though. It does not shock me at all. Like, as soon as I heard about this movie and, like, what the premise was, I'm like, oh, bro, this is a No Way Home situation all over again.
Yeah.
We're eating good. Marvel's gonna fucking make bank, and they are, off this movie, because, you know, like, it's pretty obvious. Like, I think just from Ryan Reynolds himself and Hugh Jackman coming together for a movie as well, like, that makes money. And, oh, sorry, what are you saying?
No, I was gonna say, in terms of pros, I mean, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, they're at the very top in terms of the quality of things with this movie.
And they're top of their game as well. And I think we'll just go straight into that. They're perfect. They're electric in this movie. They work so well together.
Oh, such a good duo, man.
Right?
I love them on screen. Like, every time they get together, it's just dynamite.
Yes,
loved it.
It was just magic in a bottle. Like, they were funny together. They were emotional together. Because there are actually some really emotional moments in this movie that I really like. And part specifically where they're talking, and they're talking about, like, where they're from, their universes and stuff. And there's one scene I remember with Hugh Jackman when he's sitting in a car with Ryan Reynolds, and he starts going on, like, a tangent, starts, like, ranting to him. Like, one of the best scenes in the whole movie, because he's acting his ass off. Like, he's doing so well in that scene, and it's, like, so effective because, like, even in that moment, like, it's supposed to be a very, like, jokey movie, you know, obviously. A lot of, like, that sort of stuff. Like, if you've seen a Deadpool movie, like, you know. Like, it's not really meant to be taken seriously, but it also, at its core, has a lot of very emotional themes and very deep themes. Like, the whole first movie, like, let's not forget, had a lot to do with, like, you know, he had cancer and shit. Like, there's a lot of moments in all these movies that really have a core emotional connection, I guess you could say. And this film's no different. Even though I would say it's the weakest out of all of them, it still has that, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. I know which scene you're talking about. I also thought it was a standout.
Great scene.
Yeah, great scene. Yeah. And this fight scene that ensues shortly after that. Also great. Deadpool movies are kind of known for their fight scenes in, like, close corridors kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was great as well.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that more in spoilers, because there's a couple of things I want to say about that I thought were especially amazing. Yeah. But that scene, yeah, honestly, amazing. Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, fantastic. And everyone else, too. I thought did great.
Yeah.
Like, I can't say who, but we will talk about that later. But everyone did a great job. Like, honestly, it was just perfect.
Really, really strong cast.
Oh, yeah. Sure. And I would say, I'd be the, I'm not the first to say this, but I've heard a lot of people say that, like, this is the best, I guess you'd say, most fun comic book movie that they've seen in a while, but not coming from a point of view just a regular-ass, like, superhero movie, like, a comic book movie. Like, it's ripped straight from the pages of a comic book, and it's literally just there to make you have fun. Like, it's just here to entertain you, and, you know, like, some of it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, we will get into that, and there are some plot points that don't quite work, but just from a sheer entertainment value, this movie is insane. Like, it's so good, dude. Like, I remember I was, like, in my head, I was losing it. Like, I didn't want to be a nuisance in the theater or anything, but I was like, oh my god, this cannot get any better.
Especially watching it with a big crowd like that. Like, I feel like this is one of those movies it's built for viewing at the theater. You know?
Absolutely.
With as many people as you have who are all excited for it. Yeah. Die-hard Deadpool fans. It was really
Which
fun.
I am, so. And I think you like him. I know.
I like Deadpool.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, because I don't think we've ever really talked about that specifically before. I knew you liked the movie, but whatever.
Totally.
But no,
very funny too. Very funny. Another thing, gotta give props for. Pretty much non-stop hilarity throughout. Like, it's hilarious.
And they never really miss.
No.
Don't get me wrong. There are some points like, okay, that wasn't very funny. Usually, it's like pretty much 90% of the jokes land for me.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, there are very few. And it's even impressive, because even the second viewing, I still, like, was laughing at everything, pretty much. It's just so fucking funny, man.
I know.
Like, the delivery on so many scenes is just... It's perfect. Like, Ryan Reynolds knows. He knows how to do comedy, like, super, super well. And just nail that, like, fourth wall break humor. Yeah. And, like, honestly, just...
I wonder how much of it was actually written, how much of it was just ad-libbed on the spot, because...
Oh, God.
It's crazy. I know he's very talented at that kind of stuff, and you could tell he's had his hands all over the script.
Oh, well, yeah. Wasn't he a producer?
He's producer and he's a writer, too.
Yeah,
he's credited as a writer, so...
So he's like in it, like in the production. So he knows how this character ticks, sort of thing.
It's crazy. He's kind of like he's so pivotal to this whole movie's development. And, like, just reading about how much he was involved and how he, like, really, really voiced his opinion to make sure certain things got into place.
Exactly,
like, He's kind of, definitely a huge creative force in this film, so.
Well, see, it's just such a passion project for him. Because he always wanted to play Deadpool, I remember. Like, you see all those interviews back in the day when he's like, I really love the comic pages. And he just really wanted to. Like, you could tell the passion. And when he got that chance, he took every opportunity he could with it.
Yeah.
Like, he really wanted just to make this a big thing, and he succeeded.
Totally.
Because he did a great job. Like, he's always done a great job as Deadpool, honestly. And this movie's no different.
Agreed. Soundtrack.
Oh,
very.
It was perfect.
Very
so
good.
Oh
all the Deadpool movies had good soundtracks, but I don't know. I like this one quite a bit.
Yeah, I do too, and I like how in certain songs in the movie, it would be songs you wouldn't expect to be in certain sequences, but they work. Because it's either done for a comedy's sake, or it's done to make something feel a lot more like epic, I guess, or impactful. Like, there's one scene closer to the end, which is, I think you could call it, like, pretty much the last scene of the movie, almost. That plays a song, I forget what it was, Like a Prayer. It's in the trailer.
Yeah, by Madonna.
Yeah, by Madonna. Yeah. And you wouldn't expect it really to be in the scene, but it is, and it's great. Like, it works so goddamn well.
Yeah. I heard when they, like, reached out to Madonna to get, because it's very difficult to use that song in the movie. She's very choosy about it. I guess she also has some input into how it was presented. So, like, there's
really?
like this epic, like, choir section in the song that they added for the movie. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So shout out Madonna too.
Shout out Madonna if she's watching.
Yeah,
that'd be
for real,
crazy.
For real.
But no, like, all the soundtrack was just perfect in this movie. Honestly,
agreed.
I'm really struggling to, like, hold back spoilers here.
I know it's
so hard,
tough.
dude.
It's super tough.
Should we just say screw it? We'll go into our ratings and we'll just go spoiler.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's too difficult, man. I want to say so many things.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear it.
Yeah, but honestly, for me seeing it like twice, I would say I'd still give it about 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah, I don't think it's, like, perfect. Like, we didn't really talk about it. There are some problems with the story. They are kind of difficult to explain without spoiling it directly, though. But I still had, like, a blast. And I don't even think, like, the story problems are even really that bad. Like, really, when you really think about it, you're like, yeah, I get it. Like, you know? So I honestly don't have a whole lot to complain about. I feel like this is going to be one of those movies like No Way Home, where even though it does get slightly worse when you watch it a second time, it's still great. And it's still a lot of fun. And I would put it in that same level, I guess you could say, in terms of a multiverse story, essentially, as well. Yeah. But I'd say an 8.5. But what would you say?
I respect that. I'd say, like, initial viewing, I'd probably give it, like, an 8. On rewatch, I'd give it, like, probably a 7.5 or 7. Like, let me be honest, I still really, really enjoyed it. It's so much fun, but it's just not quite as fresh as it was the first time.
Okay, I'll respect that. We were talking about this before, and he said something along those lines. I thought bro was going to give this, like, a 6, and I was going to punch him from across this table and say, are you serious? But, okay. I'll settle for a 7.5. That's fine.
Well, I see some of the reviews online. People are, like, giving it, like on Letterboxd, like a 1 star or a half star. It's like, yo, who brought the fun police here?
Yeah,
like, y'all just, like,
who's shitting your cereal?
Seriously, like, I don't understand it. I don't understand how they're saying it's, like, soulless and, like, all those other things. It's like, it's clearly, like, Ryan Reynolds was very passionate about this. So was Sean Levy. So was Hugh Jackman.
They worked their asses off to make this movie work. And it does, and I don't get it.
Sure, it's imperfect, but it's a hell of a lot of fun. So I don't understand.
They tried their ass off to give the fans what they want, but also deliver a somewhat good, a good story. I'll say good story. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But, like, they tried to appeal to the fans, and they also tried to make a good movie, and I appreciate that. Because sure as hell, some other Marvel movies unfortunately haven't done that in the last couple of years.
Like, it's been a rocky couple years.
Yeah, like,
for sure.
Let's not forget Multiverse of Madness. Like, I honestly, I want to say it. I want to say that movie's just, like, had problems in the beginning. Like, I don't know what happened with that one. It honestly was cursed. It should have been so good, but it was honestly just so mid.
Yeah, like, I don't know if it was Sam Raimi's vision was compromised or what. I think that was probably part of it.
I want to say that's what it is, to be honest. Yeah. I really want to say, I think it's just that Marvel Studios had a very specific vision, and it just didn't work with what he wanted to do. Because originally, he wanted to make it, like, way darker. Like, he wanted to make it like a horror movie, essentially. And I bet Disney just got scared. And they're like, well, we can't do that because, we haven't really done that before. But, like, and then they had to settle for this, like, hybrid version of it that just didn't work.
Yeah.
It just really didn't work. And it's funny, too, because I love Sam Raimi, and, like, his style could work for a Doctor Strange movie, like, 100%.
Are you serious? Like,
yeah.
Totally.
It's just some of the things that I think they allowed him to do, and, like, some of the things he wasn't allowed to do, like, it was just all over the place.
They should have just gave him full creative control.
They should have.
Just trusting him, man. He's made classics. Like,
he's made. Well, have we not forgotten he made the very first Spider-Man movie, the first 3 movies that were, 2 of which were great. The third one is not great.
Yeah.
But put some respect on the man's name.
No,
he knows
seriously.
what he's doing.
He does.
Like,
he does.
Just
man.
let him cook, man.
For real.
Hopefully, if they make another Doctor Strange and they bring him back, they do let him cook, which I think they will. After the success of this movie, I think they'll be able to take more chances, but you never know.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. Because, like, first rated R movie in MCU, it's made over $1 billion. So they're probably going to look at that and go, well, if maybe we experiment a little bit onto different genres and stuff, maybe it could work.
I, really struggle to, why was that ever an obstacle in the first place?
Well, they got to market this shit to kids, man.
I know, but, they know that, most comic book fans, I'd say, are adults. I feel like a vast majority of them are.
Yeah.
They grew up with it, maybe in the early 2000s, but now it's
yeah, most kids these days don't read
adult
comic books, unfortunately.
No, and when you go to a Marvel movie, I'll be honest, there's some kids. It's mostly adults, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I guess, yeah. I think it's just kind of one of those things that the media has always associated superheroes with kids.
Yeah.
So I assume it's just that.
Yeah,
and they're too scared to, move back. Because let's not forget that, Deadpool, I feel like that movie almost just didn't happen. Because I think there was, a whole bunch of stuff going on with production where they didn't even know if they wanted to make it. And they had, I know this for sure, is when they were making the movie, they had, test footage. And they didn't know if they were going to make the movie. And there was a whole bunch of rumblings saying, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? And Ryan Reynolds leaked the test footage.
Yeah.
On purpose. It was let's just see what they say. And the whole internet's bro, make this. This looks
he knew
great.
He was cooking, man.
Oh, he knew, yeah. He knew he's bro, stop being a stupid studio exec. They're going to love it.
Yeah.
Just do it, man. Just do it. They will understand. And sure enough, everyone was bro, make this, please. This is going to be great. And then he made it. It's great. So, honestly, I think it's a given. I think it's time. We need to start experimenting and more rated R shit in the MCU.
Yeah.
If parents are not going to look at it in a close detail and say, "Oh, this is rated R. I probably shouldn't bring my child to see it." That's not their issue. That's their the parents' issue.
Yeah.
If they can't look at that, that's their issue.
Especially when the trailer, even though the Green Man trailer, it cuts out certain things,
no.
you can still tell. And
yeah, you can still tell.
It still says explicitly at the end rated R.
Yeah.
It says rated R on the posters.
And it's Deadpool. That is one of the. That's he's iconic at this point for being the merc with a mouth.
Yeah.
Just being raunchy. I don't understand how any parent can mess that up, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just in my opinion.
No, I agree.
Yeah. So I think it's possible. I hope Blade is rated R.
Yeah.
But we'll see if that even comes out in the first place.
Oh my god, yeah.
So
speaking of development hell, that's
that shit's never coming out.
No.
Let's go. It's so sad, guys.
Oh, it's brutal, and especially because Mahershala Ali is such a talented actor.
Oh, I know. And he approached them.
Yeah.
They weren't even planning on making a Blade movie, and then he came up and was yeah, so Blade. And he's oh yeah, fuck it, we'll do this. We'll make Blade with you. And then it's never gotten made so far.
It's
and they got Mia Goth attached as well.
I heard that, didn't they scrap the whole script?
They've done it multiple times, from my knowledge.
That's fucked.
What is happening here? I read a rumor. I don't know if this is true or not. You can't really trust anything on the internet. But I heard that pretty much the first script had pretty much nothing to do with Blade, and instead was a really weird slow drama that had 2 action scenes in the entire movie.
Oh my god.
And I'm
oh my
what? God. Just from hearing that, it's just in a Blade movie no, this is not how this shit should go. It should be bloody action the whole time and just him killing vampires and shit. That's what
Seriously?
It should be.
It's that easy.
Yeah, it's not hard to imagine at all. I imagine it in my head perfectly right now. I don't.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful vision.
If it's good, holy fuck, it's gonna be game changing, bro.
Oh,
it was so good.
Right?
Oh god. But with that, I think we'll go into spoilers now instead of going on a little other sort of thing. Let's talk about spoilers here.
Who's your favorite cameo?
Oh man, oh fuck. Oh, we're going straight into the good stuff, eh?
Yeah, why not?
Fuck. Well, I think let's address like who's our options, you know?
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
So I think in terms of the big cameos, Henry Cavill as Wolverine.
Crazy.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
It shut me the fuck up in the movie. I was like, there's no way. And I love what they said about like, oh, we're gonna treat you so much better than those shitbirds down the street. Oh my god. Cavill's sweep, dude. Bro's been fucked over so much. I am so glad he got to play a character like
no
this.
No kidding.
And even though it was for like a second, like still just perfect.
Lovely.
Just
lovely
perfect
moments.
and he looked so good.
He did.
He nailed it. I was like, oh my god. Put this guy in like the main MCU now. I swear to God.
Especially he's revving up that motorbike.
Right,
man.
dude?
Dude's
fucking jacked. I was like, oh my god.
Perfect.
Dude. So fucking awesome. I loved it, honestly. He was great to see. And actually, I want to talk about this quick too. And I was talking about like that I got spoiled or almost got spoiled.
Yeah.
I had actually heard that Tom Hardy was in the movie.
I
heard
like
as a Wolverine variant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That would have been weird.
It would have been weird, but I saw it on Twitter. Like someone said, like, "Oh, Tom Hardy is a Wolverine variant," and I was pissed. I'm like, this better not be true. So they must have just been blind. Because like maybe they looked at it and said, "Oh, it's Tom Hardy." It's like, no, that's very clearly Henry Cavill.
They just love spreading misinformation.
We love spreading misinformation on the internet.
Imagine Venom showed up. That's what I thought you
I
were
wanted
saying.
him to die. If Venom showed up, I wish he died because I fucking hate Sony Venom so goddamn much. But anyway, and then Tom Hardy, and then I would say Elektra. By what's her name?
Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer Garner. I don't know why I blanked on that. I should have known that.
That
was cool.
That was cool. Yeah, I've never seen Elektra.
No, I don't. Like I like the actress a lot. I knew who it was instantly because like I'm a comic book guy. I thought it was very cool. I personally think it would have been a lot cooler if Ben Affleck showed up as Daredevil.
Yeah.
But they did address in the movie that he's dead.
Yeah.
He died.
I don't know, dude. Ben Affleck, I don't feel like he'd want to be in a movie like this, man.
I feel like he's so sick of it.
Every time you see a picture of him, too, bro looks so depressed. He usually has a cigarette or like a Dunkin' coffee, so yeah, I don't think that man's in the right mindset to be in a big superhero flick, so.
Well, my favorite picture of Ben Affleck is the one video where he's on like tour for like Batman vs Superman, and he's like looking down at his lap, and he looks so sad, and the camera like starts like zooming in on his face, and he just looks like he's like, why the fuck am I here?
Dude,
this is so bad.
The paparazzi needs to leave that man alone.
They do.
Jesus Christ,
let bro have a break.
Right?
Oh my god,
can't enjoy anything in peace.
Literally,
they're always following him.
No matter where he goes, they are on his ass 24/7. It is so sad.
So sad. Yeah.
I feel so bad for the guy. God damn it. Oh, but honestly, it would have been cool if he showed up. I understand why he didn't, because they probably just couldn't get him. Because he probably didn't want to. I get it. But it was still funny how they addressed him. But Elektra was still pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
And this is the big one that I'm going to call you out, because you didn't know who it was. And I was like, bruh, how do you not know who this is? Because everyone...
So stupid.
Like, because our theater, like, to put it in context, they didn't really, like, react a whole bunch. Like, they really didn't, I found. When, like, Elektra showed up, everyone was like...
Who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that guy? But when Blade showed up, Wesley Snipes, I at least heard a couple people go, holy shit.
Ooh.
Like, oh my god. That's massive. I was not expecting that at all, dude. And you didn't know who it was.
Dude, can I be totally honest? Like, I've never seen the Blade movies. I just know that the character's dope as fuck. So I saw him and I'm like, who is this guy? And then I turned over I'm like, Gavin, who is that? And he's like, it's fucking Blade. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so stupid.
Like, you stupid.
Wesley Snipes,
man. The GOAT, dude, came out of retirement. I was
tough.
Like, there's no fucking way. And then also all the beef. Like, because if you go into the lore, Ryan Reynolds and him don't like each other. Or they didn't used to like each other, apparently, when they were making, I think it was the first...
It was like Blade Trinity, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was in Blade Trinity. And they didn't like each other, apparently. Apparently they squashed the beef though, or they just kind of sucked it up.
Yeah, I think they squashed it. I thought they just saw Instagram posts like with the two of them taking a selfie or something.
Yeah, I think they're good now.
Caption.
Because you can't be too mad. I don't even know why they would have been mad at each other. It probably just had to be there. But I did like how they mentioned it though, where he said like, you know what? I don't like you very much. When he's talking to Deadpool, he's like, you never did you? That was a good one. There's a lot of really good jokes like that, just relating to like behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah,
really, really funny. Because even there's like with Elektra again, when they mentioned that Ben Affleck's Daredevil died, she's like, it's okay, because they were divorced. Aren't they divorced?
I think they had a
thing or something. They're not together anymore, so I thought that was pretty funny as well. It's just like, but that was great. But I won't be honest, I don't think any of that compares to the next one. Gambit, bro. I nearly cried. I fucking was like, oh my god, there's no way.
Crazy moment.
Because that is like a huge lore moment, bro. Because I imagine half the people in the theater are like, what? Who the hell is that? Like Channing Tatum, who the hell is that?
Yeah.
But only the real ones know that there was supposed to be a Gambit movie made like so many years back. And he signed on, like, Channing Tatum signed on like pretty much like day one. He's like, yes, I want to play.
Like 2009?
Yes.
Like X-Men Origins Wolverine.
It was after that, yeah.
Yeah, they're like, it was like that's when they originally approached him about it or something.
Yeah, and he was like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
And they just never made it.
They never fucking did it.
They never made it. And I love that they finally gave him the opportunity to play it. And
yes.
He killed it too. I was like, oh my god.
That Cajun accent was hilarious. So good.
I heard something where apparently like he actually had a really good convincing accent, but Ryan Reynolds was like, just ham it up. You know, just do it. It'll be funny. Just like do a really bad accent, and he did. It was. I was dying the whole time.
I heard someone suggest that they should have added subtitles. I think that would have been really funny too. Oh, it's great the way it is, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I fucking love this one scene when they're all in the van, and he says like something like says a full-on sentence, and you can't understand what the fuck he's saying. He's talking like a minion, and they address it too. He's like, "Who's your speech coach? The fucking minions."
Yeah.
I was crying at that one. It was amazing. But no, that one, honestly, it blew my mind. I was like, "There's no way," because I was saying before, I'm like, I swear to God, if Gambit shows up in this, because there were rumors, but nothing concrete, I will lose my fucking mind. And he did. And I was like,
so sick too in the fight scenes there.
Dude.
Wait, like,
gotta make my name for myself, yeah.
Like, the idea of the cards, like, that could be so corny, but in the movie it's badass.
Oh, it's so badass.
It's so badass.
And they do kind of address a little how corny it is, and then they show how fucking cool it is when he's, like, blowing people up, and he's, like, snapping his... Oh, my God.
It was amazing.
It was so cool,
good.
dude. I was so happy. I really hope the Gambit's one of the first X-Men they introduce.
Yeah.
I really hope so. If it's not played by Channing Tatum, I guess that's okay. But he's still good. Fantastic.
It's
like,
true.
honestly, nailed it.
And it's so cool. Like, that's something he wanted to do for so long.
Yeah.
And again, I think that was Ryan Reynolds doing.
Yeah, I think it was too. 100%.
Actually got this to come to fruition.
Well, because they're friends, aren't they, in real life?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was probably like, yeah, do you want to play Gambit? He's like, fuck, been waiting for this for years. Let's do it, dude.
I'm making a name for myself.
I'm making a name for myself, yeah. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
Kills me. But I would definitely say Gambit. There were other ones in the movie. Human Torch. That one was perfect.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was so good, dude. How they set it up as well, dude. How he, like, comes down, he falls down, and everyone's like, oh, shit, it's Captain America. And then he's like, oh, my God, he's going to say it. He's going to say it. And then he says, Avengers Assemble, and then he goes, flame on. And he's like, wait, what did you say? And he goes, flies up. Perfect. I knew they were going to do it, too, though, dude.
Yeah.
Because they give you subtle warnings. Like, he starts swearing like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's the
like,
first
he just
time.
comes out and he starts calling him dick for brains. Like, Cap would never say that. This isn't Cap. It was so good.
Yeah.
Oh, but I will say, I'll let you start. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm going on a tangent because I fucking love this so much. But before the movie, I'm going to call out a friend of mine. You know who it is.
Oh.
I'm calling him out right now because, fuck. We left town to see this movie. We went to an IMAX theater because we wanted to watch it in IMAX, and we had a whole bunch of buddies with us. I have one buddy. I'm not going to say him by name just in case. He might get mad. But we were sitting in a Tim Hortons parking lot in there just eating our food just because we were driving a long time. We were hungry. And I asked him, hey, are you excited for the movie? He goes, oh, yeah. I'm like, you haven't got spoiled, have you? And any normal human being would say, Yes or no? You know? You wouldn't go and spoil it for your buddies, would you? Not my friend. Straight up, bro's like, yeah, I did actually. Did you know Chris Evans was going to be in this movie as Human Torch? And I was like, you have got to be fucking kidding me. And I looked at him, and my heart and soul dropped. Like, as soon as he said it, I went the entire time without getting spoiled. The last day, 5 hours before the movie started, I got spoiled, and I looked at him, and I was like...
Oh, you name dropped him!
I'll bleep it. I'll bleep it. Well, fucking, I looked at him and was like, are you serious? You did not just spoil that for me. I was devastated. I was fucking devastated. I was sad the entire way there. Because I'm like, I just got spoiled. It was funny, too, because I had another buddy there that wasn't Seamus. But he heard it, too. And the entire way there, he was like, fuck, man. We were just, like, so adamant. It's like, that's so fucking dumb. Like, I can't believe he spoiled that for us. And then, sure enough, it happened. And, it's still great that it happened. Don't get me wrong. But fuck, I would have loved to just not have known that. But whatever. You know who you are, though. I'm still mad at you for that. I don't think I'll ever get over that, to be honest with you. But anyways, Seamus, what was your favorite part before I start going on a tangent?
Oh, just the little cameos. It's Gambit. It's Gambit.
Yeah? Okay.
It's Gambit, baby. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That was too good.
I was gonna say, because, like I said before, like, I didn't think a lot of people would know who Gambit even was.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of an obscure, like, not super obscure, I guess. But if you're not a comic book reader and you don't really know X-Men, you probably don't know who Gambit is. But I'm glad to hear that, because fuck, he was so cool, dude.
Who's your favorite? Have you decided?
Oh, Gambit.
Gambit
I
as
say
well?
Gambit, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, right on,
that one killed me. I do also love, though, the Deadpool Corp. I thought that was insanely funny as well.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. Even though it's a cameo, technically. They haven't really been in anything. But just the fact that they had so many different ones, I thought was really funny.
Mm-hmm. Like, it's cool that Blake Lively also played Lady Pool.
I saw it coming a mile away. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, come on, let's be honest. We saw the trailers.
There's people saying it was going to be Taylor Swift. And like in
Where did
retrospect,
this even come
that
from?
was such a goofy, like, what?
Where did that rumor even come from?
I know Blake Lively and Taylor Swift are friends in real life, but why wouldn't they use Blake Lively? Yeah. He's literally married to the guy. Like,
literally. And can we not forget, too, I remember seeing this, because I follow Ryan Reynolds on Instagram, and when the first trailer dropped, he was like, hey guys, go watch the new trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine. Also, has anyone seen my wife? It's like, it could have, should have just been right there, dude.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's like right there. Like, I was just like, it's Blake Lively, 100%. And I thought that was great.
It's super cool. His kids are in it too, right?
Both his kids are in it.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. Awesome. He says it's the baby. It's not. The baby's not real. But you know that's what he meant. And then his son's there, I believe.
Yeah.
I think his son is Kidpool, which I thought was hilarious.
It's super funny.
That kid must have been so happy that he got to cuss out Hugh Jackman like that.
Oh, no kidding.
No, it was his dad. No, it was Ryan Reynolds. My bad.
The pent-up rage. Like, it's all the times you made me fucking mow the lawn, do my homework.
Yeah, dude. Oh, it was perfect. I love that.
Mm.
And then I thought Matthew McConaughey. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, that was so cool.
As a cowboy.
We didn't even realize till like afterwards. I don't even think we caught it in the credits.
No.
It's just we were like
I searched it up afterwards because I'm like, who voiced him? Because I heard people saying that he was going to be in it for something.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't believe that. And then I went and I was like, oh shit. He is in the movie.
It was really cool.
Which I thought was hilarious. That's a perfect cameo as well.
Right?
It's a fucking cowboy Deadpool.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
Awesome, man.
And then the head pool I thought was also funny.
Yeah.
That's an obscure reference, dude.
You were saying that's from the zombies, right?
I believe it's from the zombies, yep.
Yeah, that's
It's from the zombies where they have to cut off his head. And I thought it was funny, and he's also voiced by Nathan Fillion, who I also think's funny. He shows up in, like, everything, it seems like, to do with Marvel. Especially in James Gunn movies. He shows up in every James Gunn movie.
Huh.
He was, in Guardians 3, he was the security guard. And then in the first Guardians, he was, like, the one alien that Groot rips his nose off or some shit, like, in the prison.
Oh, yeah?
That's Nathan Fillion. And they're such good buddies. I'm surprised he was even in this, to be honest. But I thought it was still fun.
That's cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
But that whole scene was wonderful as well.
Another thing, Dude, the short Wolverine is hysterical. Comic book accurate short king. Dude. He's like 5'3" in the comics, isn't he?
Yeah, he's short as fuck in the comics.
Dude, in the movie when he gets down from the bar, and he's so that got a big reaction. Like everyone thought that was so funny.
Everyone was dying. I was like crying.
He looked like a damn Oompa Loompa, bro. Like he was so small.
And then him like mocking it was so good, dude. Oh my god, perfect scene.
Yeah,
because it's like no one really like. I think everyone forgets that bro is like short as hell. Because Hugh Jackman's just naturally like pretty damn tall, so they probably just like, well, it'd be too goofy if it was like super small. But I love how they just thought about it. Like, what if we just put a really small Hugh Jackman in there and just have the comic book on? I'm like, perfect. That's what we need. Yeah. This is what Multiverse of Madness should have been.
Right?
Just little things like this would have went such a long way.
They totally squandered that.
They did 100%.
That potential there, like
yeah, they killed it. I don't know what happened. But my god, that was great. And then I also love the scene where finally Wolverine and Hulk fight. You don't see anything, unfortunately.
It's cool.
It was cool. I loved it.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, you got the classic suit, the nice yellow and brown. You fought the Hulk in this outfit, am I right? And then you see it in his closet, and he turns around and he says, what does he say? He says something like along the lines of, "I'm Marvel Jesus, you dull creature, now not be bullied by me." And then he smacks him like what Loki said at the Avengers.
Yeah.
Perfect. Great scene as well.
Super great.
I still do want to see them fight, though.
Yeah.
That was a great scene. I wish they would have showed them fight a little bit.
It was just a little tease,
throw a couple punches, you know?
Yeah, we need more. We need more.
It's okay, though. You know, it's okay. I'm sure it'll happen eventually in the main MCU. Or even in Secret Wars, I imagine. Probably.
Dude, everything's gonna happen in Secret Wars.
Dude, we should talk about that, honestly, in another video, bro. That movie's gonna be fucking crazy.
I don't even know how they're gonna do it.
I have no idea either.
I still think they're gonna reveal it's like Secret Wars Part 1, Part 2 or something. Like,
you know, I wouldn't be shocked.
I don't feel like they can cram it all into one movie. Like, I feel like it's gonna be like a Endgame Infinity War type of situation.
Well, at the same time, they are doing that already, though. It's Doomsday and then Secret Wars.
Dude, still though, like I feel like Secret Wars is gonna be. I feel like Secret Wars has to have more than one part.
It might be. I wouldn't be shocked.
Unless the movie's like fucking 5 hours long. Like how else would they?
Well, bro, it's gonna be at least 3.
At least
there's
3,
no way it's not gonna be at least 3.
Same with Doomsday, it'll probably be.
Yeah, well,
at least 3.
Yeah, I could see Doomsday being 3 hours. I hope so too.
Yeah.
I hope it's good.
Yeah,
I hope it's good.
End of the day, that's the biggest hope for sure.
Yeah. And we're getting ahead of ourselves here. And then there's another scene. I think I'm gonna come out and say it too. Like the first scene we were talking about it earlier, the NSYNC, bro. Bye. Oh my god,
so good. He's dancing the whole time.
And then like the fucking him like slaughtering these people, and then he just like cuts him like full on breaking it down, dude.
It's crazy.
Oh my god, it killed me. I did not.
One of the best MCU openers for sure.
Top 3.
Top 3, yeah. Like, it's instantly iconic.
It killed me, dude.
Yeah.
I did not expect it.
No, and he's like using fucking Hugh Jackman's old his skeleton.
Using Logan's corpse from the end of Logan. Yeah. He's like trying to find him. He's like, no, he's not dead. I don't believe that. He goes to his gravesite. He's like, listen, I'm not a doctor or anything, but you seem very unalive. I'm gonna be honest. It's like corpses just like hanging.
I like how he still has the beard though.
Yes.
It's so funny.
It's perfect. And I love the attention to detail, how it's just all adamantium.
Yeah.
Great. I love it.
It was awesome.
It was just such a great scene. You know the Logan fucking enjoyers. Well, I love Logan, I'm gonna say right now. But I know some people probably got pissed about that.
Oh,
you know?
him like desecrating his grave.
Because they said they weren't. And they technically didn't, but they did.
Yeah.
Because I think people were very concerned about like how they were going to treat it, because Logan was his big ending. And I do like how it still is his big ending. I guess he just got to do something else after he died.
Life after death.
Life after death is being a fucking makeshift weapon for Deadpool as he kills all these TVA agents.
Yeah.
Kills me, dude. It's so good. Oh my god. And then I loved the I'm trying to think what it was. Shit, I can't remember. Oh, when they're fighting inside the car. I loved it too. Because the whole scene is great. It kills me. Because I was going to talk about it. The amount of memes I've seen about that scene. Because there's one scene where like Hugh Jackman like dives through the window, and how it's framed, it looks like a fucking jump scare from Five Nights at Freddy's. I keep seeing the clip where it's just him jumping through, and it makes like the foxy sound effect.
It's too good, man.
It kills me every time. It's like, yeah, it does look like that, doesn't it? It's perfect. Oh, but in that scene, when they're fighting, I love it when he like bashes his head against the stereo and the Greatest Showman starts playing.
Yeah, just like a split second.
Yeah, I wanted more, but I was like, bro, that's so fucking funny.
So good, man.
Clever. I love it. Like, oh, so many moments. Is there anything I'm missing?
Trying to think.
Dude,
when Human Torch, bro got fucking.
Oh my god, bro
everything. You just got
bro
melted.
got desecrated.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Decimated.
He literally just turned to guts and
Literally.
bones.
That was fucked up.
Yeah.
At least though he was there, because like I would make an argument in this movie that cameos are more supporting roles more than anything. Like Blade, Elektra, and Gambit, they're there for a while.
Yeah, like they are pretty
for
important to the story.
Yeah, and X-23, she's there for a while
we didn't even mention her.
We didn't even mention her.
Yeah.
I think the only reason I didn't is because she was in the trailer, so I didn't even view that as really a
surprise.
A surprise, unfortunately. I don't know why they do that.
I know, like,
because that would have been the most hype one. To be honest, besides Gambit, that would have been the most hype one. But
totally.
I called it since day one, though.
Yeah.
I knew it. I was like, yeah, she's gonna be in the movie, and she was, and I knew it.
She put the sunglasses on too.
I thought that was very
so
cute.
sick. Yeah.
That was cute. I was like, oh, I love it.
Yeah.
It does raise questions though. Why is she there?
Just
saying. Well, why is she there, bro?
I don't know. They got a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's probably a variant.
Yeah.
It's probably a variant.
That's the thing now. Like, I don't know.
They can do anything.
They can do anything, and they can anything can happen.
Yeah.
Anything could be a variant.
Yeah. Anyone could show up.
Yeah.
And it would just make sense because multiverse. Like, it just makes sense. Watch. Next Secret Wars will get Nicolas Cage. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I've said it so many times. I'm calling it right now.
I feel like he's one of the only.
He's one of the only ones left.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of everyone else has just been there already. Unless they want to do Jared Leto.
Bro.
They might. That would be so funny, though. I hope he gets murked instantly.
Yeah.
Just like Deadpool makes the joke and he gets shot or something, he's just dead.
That'd be a perfect way to just deal with that whole
just
whole
get
scenario.
rid of it. In fact, let's just do that with every Sony character.
Dude,
let's just shoot them.
Craven.
Oh my, womp womp. Fuck, he talks to animals, bro. Ooh, he talk to animals. That's not how I fucking remember it. Jesus.
It's so sad too because Aaron Taylor Johnson is actually a really good actor.
Yeah.
I really like him.
He's very charismatic.
Why'd you sign on to this piece of shit fucking movie?
Money. He must have got sad because he's like, they killed me as Quicksilver, but maybe I can play Craven's like, man out.
Dude.
Don't let the Sony guys get you. It's gonna suck, dude.
Like, I heard he's supposed to be doing Bond, so it's like...
Is he?
That's like the big rumor right now. It's
I heard Cavill.
I've heard... those are the two names I heard.
Yeah.
It's like, why can't you just wait a little bit, bro?
Yeah, I would
Maybe
too.
he didn't get Bond after all, and then it was actually gonna be Cavill.
Yeah.
And that's why he did Craven.
Yeah.
Either way, it's like, bro, this is a dark path to go down.
This is not a good look. Yeah,
no.
This is a terrible look. I would have took Bond any day. Because even though Craven's a great character, the way they're doing it, I haven't even seen the movie and I know it's the wrong way.
Dude, it's gonna be fucking shit.
That shit's gonna be Tupac's ass, man.
Seriously.
I have full confidence it's gonna be bad.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make a video about it too when it comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm gonna unfortunately have to drag you.
We'll go on discount night. We'll go on Tuesday.
No, first day, man. We gotta go with all the Craven enthusiasts.
Dude.
All the Sony.
We're gonna be the only ones there.
We are gonna be the only ones there. It's gonna be like Morbius. When there's like 2 people in the theater with us, and we still felt the urge to sit in like the first row.
Dude, imagine if Madam Web shows up.
Oh, bro. I think Sydney Sweeney might show up. I wouldn't be shocked if that happened. He's giving me a face.
Dude,
it's like your crush, pretty much.
That'll be okay. You
fucking simp. You're such a simp.
That'd be okay. I forgive her. I forgive her for Madam Web.
I don't. Overrated actress.
Oh my.
She's fine. She's just overrated.
This could be a whole other video.
Top 10 best hot takes. Number 1, she's overrated.
She's mid.
And then by the end of the video, I'll be dead because he'll just like reach across this table and just.
I'm gonna touch you.
Whoa! You can't be saying that shit on YouTube. I gotta bleep that, dude. I don't trust the internet enough. They're gonna take that out of context,
guys,
bro.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
They don't care.
I'm not touching Gavin.
Didn't have to say it again, but okay.
We'll have to cut this out. Anyways.
Skip.
Anyways.
Anyways. The cowl, though, too. That was fucking sick. When he puts on the cowl for the first time.
Yeah, man.
The theater erupted, dude.
Dude, like, that's one of the biggest reactions the whole time.
And in my theater, because I saw it the two times, both times that was the biggest reaction.
Yeah.
Was when he put the cowl on, everyone was like, no way. They all started losing it. Because they set it up perfectly, too. He just starts, like, you're like, what's he reaching for? And he puts on, it's like... And it looked good, too.
It did.
It looked so good. I know everyone was like concerned that it would look goofy as fuck. I'm like, bro, it's a comic book movie. If it looks goofy as fuck, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
They pulled it off, though.
They did.
It somehow looked badass. They had, like, the perfect proportions for it.
Yeah, it wasn't too big. It wasn't too small. It didn't look, like, weird. It was just perfect.
I love how Deadpool called it blowjob handles, too. That's crazy.
Because, yeah, everyone was thinking it.
Yeah.
But no, it's perfect. Like, yeah, everything about that scene was just fucking fantastic, dude. Like, it made me so happy. I was like, yes, let's go. And then the eyes looked really good, too. I knew a lot of people didn't like the eyes because it looked too much like Deadpool. I'm like, does it really matter? Like, I think it looked good.
It's like, I don't know, it's consistent with the
comic
aesthetic
books
of the rest of the movie.
Well,
so it's
and
like,
that, too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And I heard people come out and say, like, oh, if this is what we get for Wolverine, this is proof that Batman should never have white eyes, because he usually has the same thing in the comic books. And it's like, bro, this proves that Batman should. Like, 100% it should.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, man? That's goated. Like, he totally should.
It looked great.
It looked great,
It looked really
yeah.
great.
Oh, my goodness. And then, I think the gushing, that's pretty much, like, most of the gushing we had. Should we talk about some of the I guess you could say the negatives, I guess?
Yeah.
In terms of the story, since it's going to be easier to explain now. Do you want to start us off with that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say that's my biggest gripe with it.
Yeah.
It's just, the plot is kind of weak.
Yeah.
It's kind of underdeveloped.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, the thing is, like, unfortunately, I don't know the actress's name off the top of my head. Who plays
Cassandra Nova.
Who plays Cassandra Nova. I don't know. I thought she was kind of a weaker element. Not that her performance was bad or anything. No. It was just like her presence in the movie, the reason why she was there, the motivation.
Yeah.
I don't know. It felt kind of weak.
Because she's the Queen of the Void.
Yeah.
That's kind of how they treated her in this movie. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. That's totally it. Yeah, it just felt unnecessary.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see more of the British dude.
Oh, Pyro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not, sorry, who's the guy with the TVA?
Oh, fuck, yeah, I'm stupid.
No, you're good.
What's his name? Paradox?
Yeah, Paradox.
He was funny, though. I liked him.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him have a bigger role, I think.
Even though I still thought he was kind of weak, though, too.
Yeah.
Like, he was just, like, his whole reasoning is that he works at the TVA, but it's not the TVA, like, it's sort of like a, they're more rogue. Like, they've gone rogue sort of thing. They're just doing their own thing. And pretty much he's just pruning branches that, like... Because, oh my god, we're going to have to explain this. So basically, how it works in this movie, what they establish is that in every universe there's an anchor being. And in the Fox universe, it was Wolverine. And how they explain it is that when an anchor being dies, the universe slowly starts to die with it. But it takes, like, thousands of years, they say. It takes a long-ass time. But his whole reasoning, what he does is that he just doesn't want to wait. He's just bored. He's just like, I don't want to wait that long. So he basically treats himself as a mercy killer, where he just kills it. Like, he just prunes the universe right then and there. He doesn't wait for it to, like, slowly go away or anything. And that's kind of his whole thing.
Yeah, and there's not really a clear reason as to why he's so adamant about getting rid of
he's just
Deadpool's
like, I'm
universe.
the mercy killer. It's like, okay, why?
And he's doing it against, like, the larger TVA isn't aware that he's doing this.
No one knows what he's doing.
And I think, end of the day, it's an MCU problem. There's lots of weak villains, unfortunately. And
they just needed a way for him to get to the Void.
Yeah.
They honestly just needed a way for Deadpool to get to the Void.
Something of convenience. Like, how can we do this?
Yeah, and they're like, well, we'll just make a TVA agent who's gone rogue, and then they'll just prune him, and they'll be gone.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I get it, but it's lame.
Kind of meh.
I also, like, I'll say it's funny at first, but when I really start to think about it, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And that's Deadpool's whole motivation in this movie. Because in the beginning of the movie, they established that after Deadpool 2, when he had the time travel device, he went to the MCU.
Yeah, he went job interview.
Yeah, he went for a job interview, which was funny. Don't get me wrong, that was great. And you get a cameo from Happy Hogan.
Yeah!
That was great. John Favreau. Like, I was like, that's sick. That's cool. Because that's a little one. It's like, oh, I like that. And they mentioned, like, so is the big guy showing up? He's like, big guy. For all you're concerned, I'm the big guy right now. He's like, oh, I see. They couldn't get him for the cameo.
Like, aren't you his chauffeur?
His chauffeur? He's like, no. He's security. Head of security. He's like, sure. Whatever. But no. I think that's very funny. Don't get me wrong. But his whole motivation in this movie is that, which it makes sense because he wants to be accepted. That's his big thing in this movie. But one of the ways is that he wanted to be accepted. He wanted to be an Avenger, so he could be accepted in that team and feel like he's doing something right. Which I get. Like, 100% I get it. But also, like, just kind of how it affects his whole life. It doesn't seem very Deadpool, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, he turns into a car dealership salesman, which is funny. Again, it's funny, but just kind of really thinking about it, it's like, I don't know if he'd really do that, to be honest, you know? Like, he really goes on a downward spiral, and then he loses his relationship because he's, like, unmotivated and he doesn't want to do anything with his life because he's so disappointed that he didn't get it. And it's just like...
That seems, very...
It seems very weird. Like,
not very fleshed out. Kinda.
No, I still... And, like, I know it's, like, one of these things, but, like, how did he get to the MCU? How did he?
Did he use, the watch?
Yeah, he used the watch. That's what they imply, at least.
Yeah, because, to be honest, I can't remember from Deadpool 2, because I know you can use it to time travel, but can you use it to universe hop?
They didn't ever establish that it could. So, while I was sitting there moving, I'm like, well, how's he there? Like, how did he get there? Like, is this just this thing where he's, like, just breaking the fourth wall, and he's just there? Or is he, like, what happened? Like, it's one of those moments in the movie I really just can't explain. I don't understand it. Maybe someone knows, say in the comments. I'm generally interested if they do explain it. I don't remember them explaining it, though.
No, not really.
I think it's just kind of like oh, yeah, I bet you're wondering how I got into this situation, and then it just cuts to that. So, I don't know. I don't know how he got there. That was one of my problems I had with the movie. And then I would say in terms of other things, I thought it was just kind of rushed, you know? Like, there was so much going on where it felt like it was just running a million miles a minute.
Would benefit from an extra, like, maybe half hour tacked on.
Yeah,
I would
agree.
Then be like, what, 2.5 hours?
Yeah,
I'd be okay with that.
I would have been fine with that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just considering what you get in the movie, I think it would have been absolutely fine. Like, 100% it would have been fine. And it would have given you more time to flesh out, like, some of, like, the villains and shit.
Yeah, flesh out the villains, flesh out kind of Deadpool struggles, like, his motives. Yeah. Even, like, although I'd say, like, out of all the motives in the movie, I'd say Wolverine, like, kind of his, like,
his was the best.
Looking for redemption. His was the best. I still would have liked to see that explored a little more in depth, though.
See, and I think I actually, I'm actually completely fine with it. I actually had no problem with that, to be honest. I like how they implied everything. Like, they didn't show... It was just Hugh Jackman with his emotions, because I really like the scene, and they give a really good reason why he wears the suit. Because usually, like, Wolverine is like one of those characters, he doesn't want to wear the suit. Like, he's very much like, no, I don't want to be a part of a team. I do love, though, in the movie how they say he wears it to honor the X-Men because he was not there when they all got killed, and he could have pretty much saved them. That really clicked with me. I thought that was a great motivation. And the scene where he's with Laura by the campfire, and he's like, oh yeah, Scott told me to wear the suit, but I never wanted to feel like I was actually part of the team and wanted to be there. Yeah. That was great. I thought that was awesome.
Too, when he was talking about, he's like, I was too drunk to do
anything. Oh my god.
That was like...
That was sad, man.
Hard. Yeah.
I was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, because, like, yeah, honestly, like, that would make sense why he would do that. And he is very much one of those characters where he does not want to be part of a team, at least in the other X-Men movies. And usually, like, I think in the comic books, he's kind of like, he's stubborn, you know? So I thought that was all great, but I would still agree with the Deadpool part. You know? Yeah. It doesn't work for me. And I also think, like, when it gets closer to the end of the movie, I feel like it's kind of all over the place. Because, like, pretty much, like, when they get sent to the Void, it's just them trying to get back. Because they want to save the universe. And Cassandra Nova doesn't really want to do anything. She's just like, yeah, we'll find them. Because she's secretly in cahoots with Paradox. And she's like, yeah, we'll take care of him if you send him here, sort of thing. So they're not a problem. But then halfway through the movie, they have this plot device where it's just a machine that prunes
Time Ripper.
Yeah, the Time Ripper. I don't know, I had an accent there. But it basically just prunes, like... Did they say it prunes, like... What was the specific ones it prunes? The ones that lost their anchor being? Is that what it does?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, so basically it's just going to kill a whole bunch of universes. But then Cassandra Nova finds out, she's like, oh, I'll just use that to kill everyone. So then everyone will come to the Void, and then I'll be the queen of the Void. Which I'm like, kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know? Because they even try to make her a good guy at a certain point. They kind of try to give her like this redemption arc in a certain way, where they're kind of like, where she's like talking about Charles, like, you know, if he would have knew you were here, would have came in an instant looking for you, sort of thing. And I thought that was a great scene as well. But then she just kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna go bad again.
Seems like they didn't really know what to do with her exactly.
Yeah. And it's honestly pretty disappointing because she's a much more obscure character in the comic books from what I understand. Still a very interesting one.
Yeah.
So I still think they could have done something with it, but I don't know. I think they didn't know what to do. Honestly, unfortunately, like the actress did a good job. She was hamming it up a little bit, but I kind of thought it was funny. I was like, okay, makes sense. There's a couple lines I was like, what the fuck? What did you just say?
I like how Deadpool points out that there's 2 British villains. It's like that's so it's so good.
It's very Deadpool.
Very Deadpool, yeah. It's damn Brits, man.
Don't say anything rash. But no, yeah, I would say in terms of weaknesses, that's one of them. Did you have any other problems? I'm trying to think of myself, because personally I don't think I do. I think that was the only thing I kind of was like 50-50. Like, yeah,
mine was, again, my criticisms were the story-based stuff, and then I just found, like, on rewatch, it just didn't...
It didn't hit as hard?
Yeah.
But that's kind of just how it goes. That's how it goes for most things.
I don't know. I feel like moving forward with the Marvel movies, like, I feel like the stories are going to get kind of weaker in a way because they can sort of use the multiverse aspect to explain pretty much anything that happens. So it can be like, oh yeah, they're a variant, or it's part of this like they're from this universe. Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like it will be, kind of lazy. Like I just hope.
I hope it doesn't go that far.
Yeah, like I just hope that they make sure they're like, if they're gonna use that as the explanation, if they're not making the plots like super like complex in that respect, like they just have like very emotionally kind of powerful
films,
like storylines for characters and stuff.
I'd be okay.
Yeah, because I don't know. That's kind of what I think. Would be a risk for sure with them going the full multiverse.
I would agree.
Route.
But it's interesting though, because like honestly, just looking at what they have planned, they don't even really have a whole lot of multiverse shit, do they? Like Captain America 4, that's not a multiverse movie. That has to do with Eternals, which I'm sure no one really knew. People are like, who are those people? Eternals? What's that? No one saw that. I watched. I didn't mind it. But anyway,
nice.
What?
Looked nice.
It did look nice too.
Yeah, it looked really nice.
It was a very good looking movie. Anyways, though, but Captain America 4, not a multiverse movie. Thunderbolts, not a multiverse movie for what we know. I doubt it is. It's just gonna be, and this is the most lazy way to explain it. I know it's not the same. It's just Suicide Squad for Marvel.
Yeah,
but it's not the same thing. But it's comparable. But you know what I mean. But and then they have Fantastic Four, which is multiverse though. Fantastic Four is going to be, did you see the leaked footage for that movie? I want to say right now, quick.
Oh, of Galactus? Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, it looks so good.
That's cool. That's really cool.
If no one knows what I'm talking about, you could probably look online. There's someone. It's a really shitty recording someone took on their phone, but god damn it, it looks so cool. Even from that, I'm like, I'm so hyped. This is gonna be so good.
Pretty sweet.
I'm so excited. That one's because that one is not even taking place in the MCU. That's another universe, and like somehow by the end of the movie, they're gonna end up in the MCU. So that's either gonna happen in Doomsday, when I assume they're gonna make Battle World, which Battle World is a combination of all these different universes. Or, and this is a big one that I think might actually happen the most, is that what people are saying is that Galactus is going to win. And Galactus is actually going to eat, like, the world, pretty much. And they're going to have to abandon ship to another universe. Which I think would be a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Because Galactus is an Avengers character. Like, Fantastic Four, yes, like, technically he is, but that's an Avengers little threat. So if they kind of set it up there, like, yeah, he destroyed our whole world. He's not meant to be fucked with. And then he shows up, like, 2 Avengers movies down the line or something, they're like, oh fuck, like, what are we doing now, guys? Yeah, that would be great. That would be a great setup. That would be like Thanos level setup, in my opinion.
Yeah, because they have a bit of time to sort of...
Yeah, and flesh it out.
Yeah.
And kind of build him up like he's coming. Like, he's coming. We're fucking when he gets there, guys. That would be great. I can't wait for that. But that one I'm really excited for. And then the 2 Avengers movies. I don't think... There's probably another one I'm not thinking about, but those are the 2. Those are the big ones in terms of
I think there's some gaps in the next phase. Like, when they showed the image of, like, what's coming out next, I thought I heard there's gaps. Like,
yeah, they haven't announced everything yet.
Yeah.
There's also Blade.
Dude, that's never coming out.
But wait, it might. They said it's coming out next year.
I don't believe them.
I don't believe them either, but I think...
Until I see a trailer. Even then, I wouldn't be so
When I see a director. There's no director, even.
Yeah.
They're just like, we're not going to give you one. No director. No director for anyone.
Y'all can figure it out.
Yeah,
Marshall
figure it out as we go.
Please.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Well, I heard people talking about, like, those spots, and I heard people say that one of them is probably going to be Spider-Man 4. Which, yeah, that makes sense. They're trying to get that movie off the ground, and there's a lot going wrong with that movie. We talked about this. I saw Seamus yesterday. We talked about this a little bit. But I mentioned that apparently right now, and this is just rumors, this is insiders talking that I've read about, saying that Marvel Studios and Sony are kind of fighting on the idea. And they're kind of like butting heads because Marvel Studios wants to make a very down-to-earth Spider-Man movie with him in New York or Brooklyn going after, I think it was Scorpion and Kingpin. Because what they're setting up at the end of Echo, if you haven't watched Echo, you don't need to watch it, but you can watch the end of it, I guess. But essentially, by the end of Echo, they pretty much set up is that Kingpin's trying to run for mayor. And what people are saying is that, I bet Spider-Man 4 is going to be him basically outlawing vigilantism, and then that's how it's going to set to Spider-Man because he's a vigilante, especially since no one knows who he is now. And then Daredevil's also going to be involved, and that's what Marvel Studio wants to do. And that's a great idea. I think they should do that. But then Sony, because they love their fucking money, they want to bring back Tobey and Andrew. And it's like, listen, that's great. Like, I love Tobey and Andrew. They were perfect. I loved it in No Way Home. Don't do it too much to a point where it's just like, they're there again.
I know, they're going to beat a dead horse.
They're going to beat a dead horse, yeah.
Because they don't have anything else.
No, they don't.
I mean, I guess Sony Animation... They do,
but unless they want to throw a Miles Morales in, but I doubt that's happening.
Dude, they'd fuck it up somehow.
They would. 100%.
There's no way.
They fuck up everything. I'm sorry.
They're on a generational run right now, but like
literally, yeah. Anything Spider-Man related except animated stuff, they fuck up.
Yeah.
And I know some people are gonna say, well, actually, they made No Way Home and they made all the MCU ones. Yeah, because the MCU, Kevin Feige was there, helping them. Do you really think it would have been that good if he wasn't there? Like, I'm just being honest here, man. Like, I know people might be fuming in the comments, but I'm just saying it how it is, how I look at it. That's probably why.
I 100% agree. No, they're lost without any sort of...
Sony can't commit to a plan. Like, fuck, do we not remember that Tom Holland was supposed to be in Madam Web? And they canned it?
So dumb. I'm so glad that didn't happen.
Oh, I'm so glad, too.
What a dumb fucking idea.
Oh, it would have been so bad.
Like, I would have
made no sense.
Showed up. Yeah.
Oh, I would have been so bad.
Well, they already have, like, Vulture.
Oof. Don't even get me started.
Which MCU, or which SCU movie was that?
That was Morbius.
That was Morbius, yeah. Like,
the end of Morbius.
The fuck did that happen?
Bro just shows up. There's like no reasoning. The only way they explain is that, the spell from No Way Home when it sends all the villains home, it actually sent Vulture to the Sony universe. Like, why? Why did it... Like, why? Like, what do you mean it sent him there? What does that mean? That doesn't even make sense.
Makes no sense.
Because they establish in the movie that every character that's not from the main universe has a very specific, different, almost like, I guess, presence.
Yeah.
And that's the reason they could just zap them all back. So why... what do you mean Vulture just is gone?
They're just pulling shit out of their ass.
Man. They are. They're just like, well, we just need to get Michael Keaton back. Because people really like Michael Keaton. So if we throw him in the shitty as Sinister Six movie, it'll be great.
Oh my god, that's gonna be the biggest flop ever.
Oh my god,
literally still.
They better not. Tickets. They better not.
They'll try to.
I don't think they'll get that far.
No,
I don't think they will.
Go bankrupt.
Watch when Craven comes out like, maybe this wasn't a good idea, guys. Maybe we shouldn't do this, and then they'll do something in Secret Wars because I think one or two of them will show up in Secret Wars.
Sorry, say it again.
I think one or two of them are going to show up in Secret Wars. Sorry, I was really quiet about that.
No, that's so good.
I think some are bound. Like, I think Venom will show up.
I think that's the highest possibility.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that.
Out of the Sony movies so far, I'd say they've had the most success
with Venom.
But
it's also Venom.
Something, yeah.
Like, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but it's kind of like one of the things. Like, Venom is so iconic, you're gonna make money no matter what.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how bad the movie is. It's Venom.
Yeah, and they're bad.
Oh,
holy crap!
We'll make another episode on that. I don't
let there be carnage.
Oh, the movie should have been so good, but it wasn't, and it makes me
ass.
angry. And I know some people like that movie.
Why?
I don't get it. How? Like, they ruined him, bro. Woody Harrelson is Carnage?
Oh my god.
Who pulled that out of their ass?
That's one of the biggest miscasts of all time. Even
is.
when we saw the post-credit scene of him in prison, we're like...
Dude, when he had the wig on,
that's
the
terrible.
fake-ass wig, I remember we watched that. And when did that come out? That was like, was that 2016?
I feel like it was a little more... Maybe 2018.
2018?
Maybe.
Regardless, we didn't even watch like movies as much as we do now. And we laughed when we saw his fucking fake ass wig.
Like,
I remember
put that together?
Cry laughing. Like, holy Christ, that looks awful, dude. And it doesn't look much better in the movie.
No.
It really doesn't. It looks a little bit better. Not really.
Not much, though.
It's pretty bad.
You can tell they still had a very limited budget for hair and makeup, that's for sure.
100%, dude. It's wild to me. I don't get it. I don't get it.
What do you think of the chances the new Venom coming out will be good?
Like the animated one?
No, like, what's the next Venom one? The
Last Dance?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Do you think there's any possibility it could be a fluke and it'll be good? Or at least decent? Because
I think it looks better than the other ones.
I agree. That's what I was going to say. Like, I feel like it looks better than the other ones. I still think it's going to be shit, though.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be good.
No.
I think it's just going to be the same old. Like, I don't even think... I think it's another situation. They don't even know what they're going to do. Because I know this might be... I know this is spoiler talk. If you don't want to be potentially spoiled for Venom Last Dance, I guess you can click off now. Make sure to like the video first, though.
Please.
Please. We love it. We need to get big so we can do this more often. Anyways, though, I heard, and this, I know I keep saying I heard. I do a lot of research, okay? But apparently in Venom 3, there was a big rumor that the movie was actually partly going to revolve around Venom trying to find his world's Spider-Man, and his Spider-Man in his world is only a kid still. And he's going to be the mentor for Peter Parker. Did everyone's hearts just drop as soon as they heard that? That is one of the worst ideas I have ever heard. Do we not recall that Venom is literally a character that is supposed to go against Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Have we forgotten this? Like, I know it's a different interpretation and everything, but Sony just pulls this shit out of their ass.
That's like so far out of the way.
Yeah. It's like what?
What?
Like, why are we doing this? And it's funny too because people are like, "Oh, that's not real. That seems so fake." In the trailer, if you watch it, there's a scene with a kid and then an older woman and there's another woman that very much seems like Aunt May, and then it's gonna be Peter's mom.
Oh my god, bro!
And unless Sony cuts it, they're known for just cutting shit out of their movies.
That's true.
Like, so they might just cut this out, but don't be surprised if that shows up for a little bit. And I swear to God, such a terrible idea in my opinion. Such a fucking terrible idea.
Leave it to Sony, man.
Yeah. When did this become a Sony rant?
I don't even know. We could do a whole separate podcast.
We literally could, honestly.
Yeah, we really got off the
I hate Sony so much.
Should we close up this
yeah,
review,
before
maybe?
we start talking about Venom more and my undying anger towards those movies, yeah, we'll end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We really liked this movie. We wanted to talk about it, even though it's been a couple weeks since it's been out. But if you liked the video, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. And we're going to see you in the next episode.
Thanks for watching.